These days, we see some AI-powered SIM tools that can analyze large amounts of data, identify patterns of cyber threats in real time, and take action without any human intervention.
Hey, welcome to the FinTech Frontlines by Kora. This podcast is a collection of timeless ideas on how to build, launch, and operate a fintech in Africa from the most experienced minds in African fintech. In this episode, Eweje Olaolu, the Chief Information Security Officer at Kora, discusses how organizations can use AI tools to boost their security. He then dives deep into practical steps like using AI tools to simulate phishing attacks, analyze user behavior, and other steps.
Now, I'll be walking through a couple of ways by which organizations can use AI to their advantage. There are a couple of cybersecurity solutions that are being created, and there are a couple of strategies that we can use and adopt to use AI to advantage. One is we have AI-powered cybersecurity solutions that are being used for threat detection and response, right? To enhance threat detection and response, we use AI to automate incident response processes, allowing for quicker and more efficient mitigation of detected threats. These days, we see some AI-powered SIM tools that can analyze large amounts of data, identify patterns of cyber threats in real time, and take action without any human intervention. And the beautiful thing about it is that they can do it better, faster than humans or a cybersecurity team, because they can analyze large amount of data. They can try a couple of things, identify, and basically quicken the incident response process. We also see AI being used for behaviour analytics to detect anomalies and potential insider threats based on deviations from normal user behaviors, right? Another thing where we see where we can use AI to advantage is to enhance security awareness training, to first one for continuous education, to regularly train employees on AI, on the latest AI-driven threats, including phishing, social engineering, and deepfake scams that we have out there. And the second one, which I think is quite critical, is simulated phishing attacks. I recommend that organizations conduct simulated phishing attacks, and not just phishing attacks, like use AI tool. There's a particular tool called KnowBe4, right? That has the functionality of conducting automated phishing simulations. Basically, it looks at who your team lead is, and looks at your department, that looks at departments you constantly have communications with, and simulates believable email scenarios and everything, and sends it to you. Basically, as an employee, once I receive it, basically what you're doing is you're constantly educating your employees to understand how these threats can come, and to understand the red flags, to understand where they need to be careful and all of that. Because one thing that we need to take note of, not everyone studied engineering related course in school. I have some people that are still struggling on how to use the computer effectively. So we need to ensure that we use AI tools to improve our security awareness and training. The third one here is strengthening access controls, ensuring role-based access control systems and multi-factor authentication. I also want to talk about a misconception that we have concerning multi-factor authentication. A couple of people, when we talk about MFA, we think about it as P. 2FA is second factor, just having username and password and your 2FA codes. MFA means multi-factor. There are a couple of other factors that can be leveraged. Talking about biometrics, talking about SMS, email, a couple of other factors that can be used together. And when we're talking about strengthening access control, we talk about leveraging on identity and access management software like Kora, for example. Okta has functionalities that carries out user behavior analytics, mix-based authentication or adaptive verification. Basically, it looks at you and says, okay, you logged in maybe from Lagos, Nigeria, a couple of minutes ago, and maybe 2 hours ago, you're logging in from Spain, and then it basically serves you multiple forms of authentication to verify the identity of this user. And we also see some other factors that can be used: location, device status, checking to see if you're logging in from registered devices, and a couple of things, right? That is also something that we want to do. We want to make sure that we strengthen our access control, and basically just strengthen existing controls and defenses that we have, looking for ways to constantly improve them.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the FinTech Frontlines. For businesses that are bullish on Africa, Kora provides all the support you need to start and scale with delightful payment products for collections, payouts, and settlements. Learn more at korahq.com.